All right, so these type of videos are kind of running their course. Kind of learning as I go. I'm trying to figure out. I'm just trying to make sure that I have a multi-watt dual rec, that it's going to work, and it does seem to be working. So we're going to do a little bit of tracking today, back on that same song, Around the World, and you'll see. So if you've been following these, you know that I've been kind of doing the Ocean mod, the Cameron modded 800 in 70s mode, and then I've been doing the SD1 in front, and now this is that returned greenback cabinet. So this is my old Mesa slant with greenbacks. I was able to actually buy it back from the guy. Ironic, I already told the story, but I was missing that cabinet so bad. And I was like, I got a Marshall and I didn't like it. It was something about it was weirding me out. And then the dude hit me up. He's like, hey man, I want to get an oversized with vintage 30s. Do you want this back? And I was like, as a matter of fact. So this is that Marshall head with that cabinet with greenbacks, and so the way I'm doing this is I'm running the two microphones, 57, and on this it's a TLM 102, and I'm busing them to one track. So we're going to be doing single tracking now, just blending. You know what I'll do? I'll tuck in the secondary mic, more like that, just for now. I'm not sure what this sounds like because, again, the amp cabs are right there, so I have to record and then listen. Here we go. Let's try a little bit. Maybe a touch brighter. Turn the treble up a little bit, the mid up a hair, cut the bass, and I mean everything just a hair, a little more presence, and I even turned the tone up on the SD1. Another thing is this guitar is just barely staying in tune. These strings, I've been playing this thing for months without stringing it, so fresh set of strings will make it brighter too, but let's just see what we got. And I have to string this thing. Funny that the greenback cab is so different than a vintage 30. We'll go with this for now, okay? So, Command Shift U, remove unused. Let's just save where we're at. And what I'll do is I'll get through a little bit so you can hear it also with vocals. I'll cut and paste this. You'll see. You'll see, Ming. Oh, that's it, right? This is a little loud though, because I'm trying to hear these drums. It's so hard to do this sitting. I don't know. I can play a lot of guitar sitting, but man, not this kind of stuff. Come on, Jay. I'm just going to attempt to cut out all of that, trying to get this thing in tune. I don't know, it needs new strings. I'm sorry, guys, but here you go. As the sun rises coming home. Coming home. Coming home. Here we go again. Starting loading. We'll just cut that over. Sorry about that. Kind of bummed already with this video. It's gonna. I mean, you know, I don't know if it's gonna be cool, but sorry about that. Coming home. Here we go again. Starting loading. Okay, so now we can just cut this, in theory, right to here. Copy. Right to here. Let's see what happens. Boom. A little bit of that going on. Yeah, bam. All right, let's see what this sounds like. Kill that click. Playing is a little ragged, but you know, you get the gist of it. Just you can't, you know, if the playing's too ragged, then you sometimes almost don't get the gist of it because it's like creates almost like a weird phase. So I'll do my best to stay with it. But here you go. So here is the Marshall with the SD1. Take that. Now, oh my God. Okay. Now we're going to go here. I should have had this warming up, but I didn't. Now we are in the Mesa Channel 3 in modern mode. Now we were going to put this Boss EQ 200 in the loop, which it already is. The thing I'm realizing, these mid frequencies on this Boss EQ 200 are powerful, man. Just a little bit. And now I'll put a little OD 808 on it, the max on. Let's see. Let's run down a second of this and just see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves in here. Let's go. We'll just bring in Mesa. And we'll come boom. And we'll come boom. And we'll do some of that. Here we go. Now we're doing the same thing on the other side. Now we're going to listen to it. I can't really hear it. I'm hoping it's cool. Who's thinking maybe we're good? We got something here. And again, the cabinet's right next to me, so it's just going to be kind of a long video. I'm going to try to cut out all that Marshall stuff in the beginning. Not really, it wasn't the Marshall, it was the tuning. Let's see what we got here. Boom. Here we go. That's with the Marshall being a little more primary. And then take out the Mesa. Mesa gives it all that other stuff. It may be a little too bright still, though. It's still too bright, man. Give me a minute here. Give me a minute here. Give me a minute here. Give me a beat. I cut a little bit of lows, and I had boosted the 12K is cut on the Boss EQ, but then I had boosted the 6 a little bit. I brought the 6 down just a hair and brought maybe the 12 down a little more, and I cut back just a hair on the treble on the amp. So let's try this. Check it out. We'll just drop right in the middle and do a little. Shut up. Now we can listen to them. You'll see at the cut there, it's going to switch. So here's the original. Let's go with this. Let's go with this. I think this is going to be cool. And that's why I only did a little bit of this, because I wasn't really totally sure. All right, here we go. So now this is a little less 12K on the EQ200. This is in the loop. A little bit, little under on the 6K, and then a little treble taken off the amp. Let's see how that sounds. Ah! Here we go. Hey, we hit 8,000 subscribers. That's crazy. Here we go, doubling. Let's see. And notice I've been doing this for you guys. I killed a click when we're just listening back. And I'm doing it for you guys because people are like, oh my God, the sound of that click's just driving me crazy. Well, guess who it doesn't drive crazy? Me. I work with a click every day. I don't even hear it. I don't even hear it. But for the betterment of society and YouTube, I killed it for you guys. So here we go. Now this is with the Mesa's a little bit darker. See, I like that starting off point. That, to me, I like better. Playing's a little bit ragged, so, but anyway, let's do this. Let's just hit this little end thing. And the reason I'm doing this end part here going into the chorus is because we want to hear this with vocals, because, you know, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, that matters, right? Coming home. Coming home. Next video. Coming home. Well, here we go again. Stoned and loaded. Coming home. Well, here we go again. Stoned and loaded. Oh man, this has really been the X factor, and I've been like, I want to make, like, is this the right thing, man? Is it like having this this rectifier? Is this cool? Let's just go like this. I don't know, we'll see. I don't know. Close enough. Close enough. Right, and now we come here, we go into grid mode. I got a story to tell you guys. You know, I always got fun stories, right? I mean, I think they're fun. Well, I don't know. This one's not really fun, but it could help people. So last year, I updated the UA app, the one that runs all the software, all the plugins, and well, yeah, it had a problem with Pro Tools. It took a couple of hours with Sweetwater. It somehow corrupted the driver for Pro Tools, and then we had to put another driver in, and we had to do this and that and the other thing. Well, this morning I did the new update for UA. Same thing happened. This was so bad that when we got done with the whole thing, we figured it out. We had to go back to the old version. Don't put the new version of UA on there. I'm telling you, maybe if you're running, you know, on an M1 or M2 computer with the new Pro, but if you're any kind of an Intel, don't upload it because, or don't update it, because when we finally got done with it, the dude from Sweetwater put together a whole ticket about it, and he said, I'm going to send this to Avid and to Universal Audio. So it wasn't my fault. I mean, which, you know, sometimes it can be your fault, but it wasn't. So here we go. Who wants to hear it, man? Here's the two of them. Hope is running low. I can hear my voice coming home. Well, here we go again. Stoned and loaded. a couple of the little bit of the playing is off, and that I don't like, but that's not the fault of this. Yeah, this is great. Almost like the Marshall is this, and then the Mesa's like top and bottom. It's so crazy. So that's Marshall. Now bring in Mesa. That's rocking, man. All right. That's fun. All right, we're going to try something here, and then it's going to be the end of the video. So this Mesa Mod 1, Mod 2, which is modern, we're going to do this. We're going to come here, and we're going to go Mesa Vin 1. Now, a couple of guys, my buddy Nate included, also commented that they like this vintage mode. Or as the guy on that new video I've been listening to, he says, vintage. It's vintage. He's a good guy, though. All right, so here's back on. Same thing with the 808, with the thing in the loop. That's in modern mode. Mode, same channel. No, I didn't change anything. So I just turned up the master on the amp, so I'm not touching any of the settings. Okay, let's try a little bit of this. Let's try a little bit of this. I want it to hit the speakers about the same. That's about the same volume. Okay. Doubling. And now, for the love of my YouTube friends, I'll kill the click. Let's see what we think. still got the EQ and the loop, and it's the same. So it's the same channel. So here is vintage mode. And here is modern mode. Vintage. Yeah, so vintage mode, I would honestly go brighter than that. You know what I mean? That's not, but I don't want to touch anything right now. I'm just kind of getting a feel for this. In modern mode. Yeah, see that kind of sound reminds me of "We did it all for the nookie." You know, it's that kind of sound, which, you know, has its upside. It has maybe its downside too. Let me try this. Stay with me. You guys, if you're enjoying these type of videos, you know, just maybe let me know or comment or whatever, man. Because this is not like the normal videos, obviously. Let's come out here. Bus 3-4. We'll come in. Bus 3-4. Right, so... oh, I did 5-6, 3-4. There we go. Sorry about that. Did it all for the nookie. Right. So let's just look at this. So that's modern, which we're not worried about. But let's go to vintage. Now let's listen to vintage. Soloed. Sorry about that. Jiving. Either way, I would have to... I wouldn't track it like that. So not the best example. And I'm not going to like tear the rig apart. What I'm going to do right now is just try one other thing. I'm going to try vintage mode in channel 2. That's what I've been running lately as like my more of rocks. That seems to sound better. So this is now vintage mode. We'll call this channel 2. And next, channel 2. So this is vintage mode in now channel 2, not in channel 1. So this is, let's just see what's going on here. Let's record a little bit and see what it looks like. Yeah, let's try that. As much as I love you guys, we need a click track. This is a long video. I'm sorry. I'll try to cut that beginning where I was yelling and screaming. Trying to tune. Sorry about that tuning, man. Let's see what's up. Let's see what's up. So this is orange mode, or you know, whatever, vintage mode, but with channel 2. Well, that seems better than channel 1 like that, or channel 3. So here's the original vintage mode in channel 3. Here's the vintage mode in channel 2. That's cool. And I mean, and that's not as like, it doesn't have that like thing of the modern mode. So, hey, if you like it, there you go. Channel 1 or channel 3 in vintage mode. Kind of dry channel 2. Or modern mode. Vintage channel 2. I kind of like them both. I do see where people like that vintage mode. Let me just finish this one out. So we're still on channel 2. The good news is I've been playing a lot and I've beat these strings into submissions, so that's nice. Let's try to just glue this together. Coming home. Coming home. Well, here we go again. Starting lonely. All right. It's turned into a pretty cool video. Oh my God! I would say probably you two should send this out to people starting audio guitar videos and say, "Okay, guys, see this video? This is what you don't want to do." Have your guitar in tune, have fresh strings on it, or at least like reasonable strings. Let's just go like this, just to get rid of some of the schmutz. Let's get rid of some of the schmutz. Boom. We come down here, we go in grid mode, because that's how we roll, dog. Oh my God, copy. Boom. There you go. Boom. So here we go. So here's channel 2 vintage mode. Let's get rid of that. Better than channel 3 vintage mode. Not that different. I don't know. It's a little. I think it's maybe a little bit better. You probably could Kundalini and the hoo-ha and get it to all be cool. Here's modern mode. See more like the song feels to me, because it feels very much like a march thing. Like there's a marchingness to the modern, where the vintage is more like Ozzy, or like it's like a little bit more like LA slick. Like, so modern feels more rigid. Reminds me of Leper Messiah off of Master Puppets. And then here's vintage mode. Probably blends with the Marshall better in vintage mode. It's not as different, so it depends on what you want. So here we go, vintage mode, channel 2. Coming home. Well, here we go again. Starting lonely. Around the world in 30 days. Trapped inside this lonely maze. Somehow, baby. and modern mode. Vintage mode right here. Let me hear this. See, so here's just, this is just, I'll give you a disclaimer. This is just my opinion. There's more of a place for me to sing in modern mode. Vintage mode gets it's like you get a little bit of what's going on with the Marshall too. So here's vintage mode. Listen to where my voice is. It feels very parallel with that vocal, and you go to modern mode. I would go with that. That I like because I don't feel that I don't feel it is like geometry. Remember when I was learning how to shoot pool, like everywhere I went I saw the angles of pool, or like when you're learning guitar chords and you're driving and you see the cars on the highway and you're like, hey, that's a D minor chord. I don't know if anybody else did that. I still do that, but that's what I hear more. Like I hear the vintage mode moving more. I don't know how to explain it, but more in the way that my voice is moving, where the modern mode is like more hollowed out and it just feels like it's doing this. It doesn't feel as much like this. So see how weird, right? This is a weird it's like a singer explaining to the mixer what he hears. If anybody's mixing, if ever mixed for a singer, they know it's like, I want it to feel like we're all going to the movies. And you know, they always think they think like that, or they think in color. So here's a singer's point of view. Here's vintage mode. And then here's modern mode. I like them both, but I personally like that better for where my voice is. So, whoa, this is a heck of a video, man. But this is it. We're good, man. I've got this Boss EQ 200, and it's stereo, and that's because I've been like, you know, I played, you know, I got the Mesa Mark 7, and I did not. It was not a good way to start a relationship. I immediately was like pissed off. Just there was something about it I didn't like, and no matter what I did, I just didn't like it. And every setting, I didn't like it. Knobs down on 0, EQ boosted on the faders. I still didn't like it. Just a little disclaimer for the Mesa people. I just didn't like it. Though, like, the thing I liked the most of the Mark 7 was the Mark 4. And Leon Todd has like some sort of a vintage Mark 4, and he has a video that he did of the Mark 4, and I like that. But what's weird is that I used 2 weeks ago, I had a guy in and we were doing like a kind of like a old school, not old, like new metal, like a not Rage Against the Machine, but like the band, the guys, System of a Down, that kind of stuff. And I fired up the Axe Effects with the Mark 2C Plus, and I used Leon Todd's TV7. I used his Mark 7 setup, like his same exact amp, and then I put his TV7 IR on it, and all I did was just do a little bit of what I wanted, but very little, and I like that. Like, I like that better than the amp, but that's just me, man. So that's what I've been thinking. It's like, because at Guitar Center, they have a JP, and I played it, and I liked it better than the Mark 7. And I looked into it, and it's like a power section thing. Like the Mark 7 is simulclassed, and the other one is like straight 100 watt. Like, I don't know, whatever. But it's like the power amp is different. So the power amp on the JP is more like the original 2C Plus, or probably I don't know, but I'm not worried about that anymore. And that's really what today has been, and been getting this greenback cab, because now I feel good about everything. Like now it's like, okay, everything's feeling good. And I've been working through this whole thing. I'm not like paralyzed in like tone, searching. Well, maybe a little bit, but not really. People make fun of me like this is all I do, and trust me, this is like 1% of what I do. The other 99% is like, making music, teaching voice, taking kids to baseball, and doing life. So anyway, this is going to be a long video, so if you like it, great. If you don't like it, please don't unsubscribe me, because I have 8,000 now. And I'm going to somehow build my identity through that. No, I'm just kidding. I won't. I'll try not to. No, I won't. I tried that. I tried to build my identity at one point through vocal coaching and through being on TV, and it backfired. So I don't do that anymore, man. Oh, like and subscribe.